Feliz Natal! Hey, we are the Huffmiers. I'm Andrew. This is my wife Laura.
Hi.
And we've got Octavia, Joshua,
Why are you saying it in
Gabriel, and Michael over there who's drawing. We're talking in English because they're in America. They speak English. We are Word of Life missionaries in Brazil. And right now our current ministry focus is with Word of Life in the state of Paraná in southern Brazil. And we're focusing mostly on youth camps right now. So in January and February, we're going to have 7 weeks of camp, which is actually our biggest season that we've ever had. And we're scheduled to have about 1,300 kids and teenagers over those 7 weeks. So it's really cool. We're just trying to get everything set up for that, get all the, everything ready so that we can be able to receive all those campers. It's really cool being able to be a part of that and just trying to reach people that maybe wouldn't set foot inside of a church, but they would be willing to come to something like this where we can have, games and activities while obviously still focused on being able to reach them with the gospel. And then we also help with the training at the beginning of the Emmy year, teaching classes on the gospel and how to share the gospel and actually taking them out to Curitiba at the beginning of the year to be able to do that with them. Thinking of Christmas in Brazil, it's definitely very different because it's summer here for Christmas, which is very weird for us. But they actually don't really do Christmas the way we do. They don't have tons of presents. It's not all about the 25th, waking up and going to open the presents or doing Christmas cookies and things like that. Their traditions normally are more like a New Year's type thing. So they gather with family and friends on the 24th, and then they stay up until midnight, and then that's when they would do presents or something. They usually do a Secret Santa or something like that. There's not as many presents usually as the States, mostly just because of financial things. But I think one of the funniest things I remember Christmas-wise here was actually shortly after we got here. We were at a feira in Curitiba, which is a little, an open market, a street market type of thing that goes on for miles that they do on the weekends. And it was close to Christmas time. I just remember there was this little tent thing made out of tarps. And, they still kind of try to keep the American Santa, even though it's hot here. So this guy steps out, this scrawny, sweaty guy in all, the Santa clothes. It's just nasty and sweaty on a hot summer day, and a beer and a cigarette in his hand. And I just remember laughing with Lars, that is definitely not an American Santa right there. So it's definitely very different. So we try to do our own Christmas traditions at home, as well as, trying to do what other people are doing here with them. But we like to try to hold as much as we can, the more American side. They have a lot more traditions that are fun to do with kids and stuff like that. But it's definitely a very different, especially the hot. We miss at least the hopes of maybe a snow for Christmas, but it's definitely not something we hope for here. So yeah, I think that's more or less. Obviously, we have some other bigger updates and stuff, but we'll share more about that at a later time. We have more details about that. Still kind of in a waiting process for ministry changes. But just want to let you guys know how we're doing in this video. Really like the idea of doing these videos. I'm glad that we got to be a part of this in some way. And hopefully we'll see you guys shortly, hopefully next year sometime. And until then, thank you so much for your prayers. And until we see you again in person sometime.